Hi everyone, I live in Italy and sometimes Italy is completely crazy, and I realised that at nearly 4 years in I've actually normalised a lot of actions and behaviours here that are completely nuts. And today I want to share with you what a crazy week I've had, because honestly, there's a huge part of me that just wants to say, only in Italy. So first of all, I just want to apologise if you can hear the noise in the background. This is the first crazy thing that has happened to me this week. So, as some of you might know from previous videos, I share an apartment with 3 girls, and this week last week we had a message from our landlord saying that there was a serious leak in the apartment underneath and they had to completely gut our second bathroom. Now, thankfully, we do have 2 bathrooms in this apartment, so we were like, okay, not to worry. And at the time, I thought it was really strange because the 2 girls that actually use that bathroom have been away over Christmas and New Year. But I was like, who am I to question the judgment of a professional? Come on, Claire, you can't know everything. Anyway, they started work last week and it has been the most chaotic, noisy, dusty, dirty home I think I've ever lived in at the moment. It's really a bit of a disaster. And so, I was thinking it's going to take a week, no problem. They've completely emptied the bathroom, everything's gone, it's rubble. A few more days of this, we can be just fine. And then at the weekend, I received a message from my landlord to say that actually the problem wasn't the bathroom, it was the pipe under the kitchen sink. Oh my God. I have no words. They have gutted an entire bathroom, created so much mess and just an absolute disaster, when the problem was a pipe under the kitchen sink that will not take any more than like a couple of hours to fix. I'm in absolute disbelief. And I think the first thing that came to mind was, who the hell came to assess the work? A child? Like, how on earth you immediately gut a bathroom when the problem had nothing to do with it? I have absolutely no idea. And the funniest thing is, actually, this whole situation would probably have made more sense if I, with my childlike Italian, had arranged this work. But it was an Italian that arranged this work. This is the thing that I find even more crazy. So this is how my week was last week and continues into this week, as you can tell by the noise. And I was like, you know what, it got me thinking, would something like this happen in the UK? And don't get me wrong, we have bad builders in the UK and we have a term for them called cowboy builders, where people will come along, they're not qualified, they carry out shoddy work, and basically they can cause a lot of damage. So yes, it does happen in the UK, but I'm absolutely gobsmacked. Like, I cannot believe this is the situation. But there was a huge part of me that was just like, only in Italy, because I actually do not know how this could ever possibly have happened. And the second crazy thing that happened to me was actually at the weekend. So I went to a restaurant with my boyfriend, and it was a really lovely seafood restaurant. It's actually famous. It's been on like a television show here in Italy. Anyway, the food was amazing, but my boyfriend was like, there are 2 guys behind you live streaming their entire dinner. I was like, what? And behind me there were 2 like young guys. They must have been in like their 20s. They were like, ciao, raga, ciao, si. I was like, oh my God, these aren't even family members they're streaming with. They're like their fans. And I was like to my boyfriend, are they famous? And he was like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, this is absolutely nuts. So clearly in 2022, it's not enough that you go to a restaurant to eat your food with your friends and be present, but now you have to live stream the whole experience for your fans. I've never seen anything like it, honestly. I was like, oh, what the hell? And then another crazy thing that happened at this very same restaurant was that as we were leaving, there were a group of teenagers in the garden space outside, and one of them was separate from the rest, and he was urinating in the flower beds of the restaurant's gardens. I mean, you're at a restaurant, there's a bathroom inside, and you choose to urinate in the garden of the restaurant itself. I really don't know how you're brought up. That's all I've got to say. Like, are you an animal? Like, I have no idea. And I was just like, this is just so surreal. And then of course there had to be a crazy moment this past week which involved crossing the road, because as you know from this video up here, crossing the road is something that stresses me out a lot here in Italy. But this week, as I crossed the road, a car, instead of braking, decided to accelerate. I mean, really, I don't know what my face looked like with my mask on and everything else, but I gave absolute daggers to the driver and he braked promptly. I mean, crossing the road is an experience here at the best of times, but since when was it acceptable to accelerate at somebody as they're crossing the road rather than brake? I mean, really, I have absolutely no idea. So yes, this has been my crazy week here in Salerno, and I have to be honest with you, there have been so many other crazy moments since I've been living here, but I think to me now they've just become a normal part of everyday life. And I think it was just the fact that all of these things happened in what appeared to be such a short space of time that I was literally like, this is not normal, Claire, you're normalising what isn't normal. So yeah, it's been crazy, and I'm really curious to know, what are your crazy experiences in Italy? Please comment below and let me know. And, or even let me know your crazy experiences in your own country, because we all have them. We all have crazy moments wherever we might live in the world. But yes, comment below, let me know. As always, you can check out my lovely content, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.